Already I have discussed the same thing, perhaps in the first year or now can I start? Now what things I will discuss? Today I will discuss about the different methods that will be applicable for changing the health behavior of the people along with their advantages and disadvantages. Our main motto is to change the health behavior of the community, of the group or the individuals which are not desirable. The activities, the behavior that we do not want, we like to change the behavior for the benefit of the community, for the improvement of the health of the community, for the improvement of the health of the individuals. Say for example, suppose there is a clinic, fine. In the clinic, there are the doctors, there are the health workers, and we have organized immunization sessions. We have organized the immunization sessions for immunizing the children. Okay. But mothers are reluctant to go to the clinic to administer the vaccinations to their children. So what is the utility of arranging these immunization sessions? Nothing. So this question is about the behavior. The behavior of the mothers are not at par. What do you want? Maybe they do not know about the importance of immunizations. Maybe their attitude is not positive towards administering immunization or vaccinations to their children. Is it? So our main motto is to change the health behavior of the people which are not desirable. For that reasons, there are number of methods that we have to use according to the need of the community, according to the need of the individuals. When and where and how these methods are applicable or how these methods you can use. My topics of today's concern is this. Okay. Okay. So there are plenty of health promotion or health education methods which are applicable for changing the health behavior of the people. One by one, I would like to discuss with you. Few methods are applicable for changing the behavior of the individuals, because to change the behavior of the individual is very difficult, as it may be complicated one. Then I will discuss about the group methods and I will discuss also the mass methods. One by one I will try to discuss and share with you. So before that we should know what are the methods. Methods of health promotion educations are the techniques or in ways in which series of activities are undertaken. What for? To communicate ideas, informations and develop necessary attitudes and skills. These are the methods or techniques. The purpose of these methods or techniques is to communicate ideas, maybe old, maybe new, to communicate informations and develop necessary attitudes and skills. Okay. Now we can classify these different health promotion and education methods in three ways. One is individual methods, another are the group methods, and last one is mass methods. So individual methods, this method involves person to persons or face to face communications. Face to face communications, sometimes one to one situations. One counselor will be there, or one interviewer will be there, or one health promoter will be there. In the other end, one respondents or communicatee will be there whose behavior we like to change. Okay. Examples are interview as well as communications. Next one is group methods. This method involves a group of limited persons in the teaching learning situations or in the community situations who have some kind of health promotions and health education needs about health problems. This small group also can get some opportunity to ask questions and share ideas, informations and experiences. The methods are, just for example, demonstrations, group discussions, role playing, panel discussions, colloquy, etc. Now one by one I would like to discuss each and every methods, when that should be used, where that should be used and what is their advantage and disadvantage. Third one is mass methods. This method is especially meant for a large number of heterogeneous population. Definitely the meaning is clear about heterogeneous. The opposite is homogeneous. So perhaps the meaning is clear, heterogeneous, that means the characteristics of that group of population is not same. They are the different, okay, not similar at all. It helps in reaching broad section of the large populations at a time. That means at a time we can deal with a large number of populations that may be heterogeneous also and makes them aware, not educate. You see, we are using this terminology, make them aware about their health problems. To create awareness about their health problem, how that can be solved, just to create awareness, or in other words, we can say sensitize the populations. Okay. Examples, lecture, everybody knows what is a lecture, or in other words we can say speech, exhibitions, etc. Now again, on the basis of the feedback, perhaps you know what is feedback? What is feedback? Bolo? What is feedback? Third year hoye gelo to, ebar to porikha dite hobe. What is feedback? বলার ইচ্ছা নেই না পাচ্ছ না কোনটা? What is feedback? Anybody else? Feedback কাকে বলে? Definition এর দরকার নেই. What is feedback? Feedback means response. I am asking questions, you are answering the questions. That is called feedback. The response that we get from the audience, that we get from the learners. Okay. So according to feedback, we can classify these methods into two. One is one way, that is didactic, where hardly there is any scope to get feedback, that is called didactic. And next one is Socratic or two-way, ample opportunity to get feedback from the learners or from the trainees or from the community people. Clear? Okay. Now again, vividly I have classified all these methods of health promotions and health educations. These are the individual methods, mainly interview and counseling, and group methods, ample numbers, demonstrations, panel discussions, colloquy, role playing, group discussion, brainstorming, batch sessions, workshops, seminar, symposium, study tip, all are included or all come under group methods. And last one is mass methods, where large number of people can be aware at a time. That is lecture or speech, what I am delivering. This is speech or this is lecture. Is it speech or lecture? What is this? This is lecture or speech? This is lecture. Okay. Why it is not speech? Same thing. There is no difference as such between the lecture and speech, but lecture is applicable in the classroom situations, or speech is applicable in community situations. Okay. Outside the classroom, that is called speech. When we are in the classroom situation or in academic sessions, that is called lecture. Then exhibitions and health campaigns. These are the mass methods. Okay. Now, simple one, I start with the mass methods, that is lecture or speech. Here what I am delivering, that is lecture. Okay. What it is? It is a carefully prepared oral presentations in the presence of the learner and concerning a particular subject relevant to the learner or relevant to the audience. That is called lecture. What is that? Is carefully prepared. I have prepared carefully. Okay. So oral presentations in the presence of the learners or the presence of the students or the presence of the trainees or in the presence of the community people about a subject in which you have done it or in which you are interested. The lecturer speaker can prepare the speech in logical fashions. When anybody used to provide lecture or deliver lectures, he or she has prepared himself or herself logically, and one by one we deliver the lectures. This is abstract thing, that's why there is no subject. Okay. This is what I am discussing about what is a lecture. Now, next question. When lecture should be used or speech should be used? Number one, it should be used when the learners are the empty vessel. কখন আমরা স্পিচ ইউজ করব or lecture ইউজ করব? When we think that the learners do not have that much knowledge, on the basis of that you can participate with me. If I ask so many questions, you can participate. In that case, we do not use lecture. Some other methods it is applicable. But when we think that the audience or the learners do not have that much knowledge on the basis of which they can participate, or rather we can say you are the empty vessels. Empty vessel means khali patro. Okay? They do not have any knowledge on the basis of which they can participate. Next one, when our objective is to enhance the knowledge of the learners, knowledge of the participants. And third one, now it is not applicable. So usually lecture should be organized in the forenoon sessions, not in the afternoon sessions, when the learners are full of energy. Okay? So in three situations usually we should use lectures. Number one, when we think the learners do not have that much knowledge, that means they cannot participate. Number two, when our objective is to enhance the knowledge, not the skills, not to change the attitude, only to increase the knowledge. And third one, usually we should use this method, we should use this method in the forenoon, not in the afternoon, because in the afternoon, after the heavy lunch, what happened? Minds are not that much attentive. In lectures, how many personals are involved? Usually 3 groups or 3 groups of people are involved in lecture. One is chairpersons, second one is lecturer or speaker, and third one is learner or audience. Okay? Usually in a lectures, if the speaker is a foreigner, is outsider, then a chairperson used to come to introduce the lecturer or the speakers. But as I am not in extramural, I am intramural, for that reason there is no need of chairpersons to introduce myself. So speaker or lecturer and the audience or the learners are there. So 3 types of personals are involved in a lecture or speech session. Now, patterns of communications. In lecture, it is one-way communications from dais to floor. Okay, it is one-way communications. During lecture or during speech, the audience are not allowed to participate until and unless it is converted to lecture forum. Okay, is it clear? Patterns of communications, it is always one-way communication from dais to floor. The learners or the audience do not have any opportunity to ask questions even for clarifications during the lecture or speech sessions. Advantage. So before that, I would like to tell you 2 or 3 things. How to start a lecture or how to continue a lecture. Then how to complete a lecture. Usually we can divide or we should divide the total period into 3 or 4. number one, introduction parts of a subject or a topics for 2 to 3 minutes maximum. Then we cover the contents, maybe 30 minutes or 35 minutes or maximum 40 minutes, and then we should keep 5 to 10 minutes period for question answer sessions. This would be the usual pattern of lecture or speech. 2 to 3 minutes for introductions, 40 to 45 minutes for content, that means deliberation of lectures, and 5 to 10 minutes for asking questions. How we can deliver lectures? I may know bombarding words, but always a lecturer or speaker should use lucid, simple word so that audience or learners can understand. Better to avoid that much technical word during speech or lecture. Advantage. Now you see, one speaker can teach a good number of learners for enhancing knowledge, number one. In speech or lecture, this audio aids, though we are using LCD projectors, but it is not mandatory, it is not compulsory. Even without a chalkboard, we can deliver the speech or lecture. That is the advantage of speech or lecture. As it does not require audiovisual aids, so it is not expensive. And last one, message can be systematically disseminated because you see the lecturer or the speaker has prepared the sessions in a logical fashion. Okay, for the reasons it will not be haphazard. So message can be systematically disseminated. There are some disadvantages also. Number one, it may not fulfill the needs of the learner, because you see, if I know many more things, so I think that I should deliver all these things. For the reasons, you will not be benefited enough. So in case of lectures, many times it happens. I would like to show how much I know, but you see, in spite of that, a lecturer or speaker should be concerned about the need of the learner. Lecture must be always learner-centered. Many times, many lecturers, many speakers, many professors used to forget that. But this speech or lecture always must be learner-centered. According to the need of the audience, according to the need of the learner, we should deliver our speech. And second one, learners are massive listeners, because you see, I told you that when I discussed about the flow of communication, it is one-way communication from dash to the floor. Learners do not have any opportunity to ask questions at the time of speech or lecture. For the reasons you are passive, so as you are not allowed to ask any question, sometimes you can feel sleepy, you can gossip among yourselves without paying that much attention to the lecturer or the speaker, because you know a lecturer will deliver their speech accordingly. We do not have any opportunity to ask questions. For the reasons, you may feel sleepy. So that is all about the lecture. Okay, that is mass method, not individual methods or group methods. And second one, that is easy topics. Everybody, perhaps few of yourselves have organized exhibitions. If not, almost all you have visited exhibitions. Any exhibitions? How many of you visited exhibitions? Raise your hand like me. How many of you? Ekjon, only one have raised her hand. Exhibition visit koroni? Duijon. You are feeling shy to raise your hand. I will not ask questions, no problem. How many of you visited exhibitions? এরকম করে তুলছো কেন? Okay. Exhibitions. So exhibitions is another very effective method of educating people for changing their behavior. Through exhibitions, we can enhance the knowledge of the people, we can change the attitudes through exhibitions. Very often, we can change the practice also, because there is ample opportunity for the audience to practice. Okay. So it is a mass education method. Why mass education methods? That within a very short time, within a very short period, we can educate a large number of heterogeneous populations about a concerned topics or related topics within a limited period of time. In exhibitions, before what I discussed about one single method, that is lecture. But in case of exhibitions, number of methods, different materials are used in exhibitions. So combination of different methods and materials. Third one, social and demographic factors also can be addressed during exhibitions, and it is always effective. Now, there is a definition of exhibitions. What is that? Exhibitions is the systematic and meaningful display. It's a systematic and meaningful display of educational materials, different educational materials correlated around a theme with an intention to educate a large number of people within a limited period of time at a particular place. That is exhibitions. Those who have visited exhibitions, perhaps you can correlate this with you, that in exhibitions several displays are there. Okay, all materials are displayed in a sequence in a closed door sessions, and the audience are allowed to go through each and every displays and observe the things. That is exhibitions. What are the prerequisites of exhibitions? In order to organize an exhibitions, what things you must keep in your mind? What is that? Number one, you must think when it will be organized, when you will organize the exhibitions. Number two, where it will be organized, that you have to keep in your mind. How you can organize it? Who will organize it? Who will be your audience? What about the cost involved? What about your content? Now, বিষয় বস্তু কি? And last one, who will be your audience? Once you plan your exhibitions, then you have to consider the resource materials, because you see what has been discussed about the exhibitions. It is the meaningful display of different materials coordinated around the theme. For the reasons, we have to procure everything. Number one, materials. So different materials have to be displayed. What are those materials? Number one is posters. Perhaps you have some idea about the posters. Any idea? Poster? Have you seen poster? You are feeling shy. ভুল হলে কিছু বলার নেই, বলবো না, বলো what is a poster? Did you see poster anywhere else? কি, what is a poster? Posterটা কি? Yes, poster is a visual materials usually prepared by paper correlated around a thing. In posters, it has a caption. In posters, it is a captions. One captions will be there. Then one message will be there, or maybe more than one, but very rarely, and one symbol will be there, and the last a logo will be there. So there are four parts of a posters. When you visualize the posters, you can observe one captions will be there, then message will be there, then symbol or picture will be there, and the last, usually the left sides, there is a logo for authentications. So you must require posters that will be displayed during the exhibitions. Next one is charts. Charts. Charts means so many messages will be there in one paper. That is called charts. That will be required during exhibitions. Then graphs. No need to discuss about the graphs, you know the graphs, you know about the different types of charts in statistics. Can anybody give an examples of different charts? Bar charts or bar diagram, pie diagram. So during the exhibitions it can be displayed. Then leaflet, everybody knows. Perhaps everybody knows what is a leaflet. What is the difference between poster and leaflet then? Leaflet, দেখেছো তো? Single page, small piece of paper, okay? Usually one-sided, but maybe both sides, but rarely we can write in the both sides. Leaflet, through the use of leaflets, okay, we prepare something else and distribute it. Usually leaflet for distributions, not as such for displays. Then pamphlet, you know what is pamphlet? Naam to sunecho. What is that? Can you differentiate between leaflet and pamphlet? পারবে না না? সবাই তো জানো pamphlet, দেখেছো তো? leafletও দেখেছো, pamphlet দেখেছো। pamphlet both side, leafletও both side হবে বললাম। pamphlet means more than one page, 2 page, 3 page, 4 page, 5 page in stitching. That is called pamphlet. Models that you have seen, models, miniature form of a subject. That is model. Specimen, same things. Okay. Then you have to consider about the budget. If you want to organize any exhibitions, so cost will be there, costs are involved. So you have to prepare the budget, how much cost will involve and what are the source of the fund that you have to think. Next, skills. In exhibitions, once the materials are displayed, so there will be the demonstrators who will demonstrate all the exhibits. So they are trained and skilled. So trained and skilled persons for demonstrating the exhibition, that will be required. And next one is production facilities. From where you will procure the materials or who will prepare the materials. Either you can prepare the materials or you can procure the materials from somewhere else, that you have to think. Okay. Once you have procured the materials, then what to do? The next stage is construction of booth. Construction of booth. If you do not have the opportunity or if you do not get this type of hall, okay, then you have to prepare the construct a booth with Samiana, tripod, everything, fencing will be there. Okay. Then in this booth, usually 2 doors will be there in exhibitions. If there is no 2 doors, if there is only 1 doors, so we have to give partitions. One should be as used as entrance and that should be used as exit. Then think about the proper ventilations, because number of people will be there at a time, they will present. Question comes then ventilations, okay, proper ventilations, inlets and outlets must be there, okay. Then think about the furnitures. People may sit sometimes or the demonstrators require few furnitures and one table must be there, large tables. In the large tables, what you should keep? You should keep all the pamphlets and leaflets. Which materials you cannot display, that you have to keep on the table for the distribution of the audience. Next, once booth will be constructed, okay, materials have been procured, then question comes about organize the exhibitions. Okay. Organize the first one is selection of the materials for display. You have procured large number of display, materials, so you have to select which materials you will display, okay, and then in which sequence you will display these materials and in what height. Usually these materials must be displayed at the eye level. Okay. Provision of physical facilities of lighting, table, chairs and racks must be there. And next, provision of interpreters. Though most of the materials are self-explanatory, still few interpreters, or I should say sometimes demonstrators must be there who can demonstrate as well as who can interpret the meaning of the materials which are written, which have kept there for display or already displayed at the eye level. Now, what to do during exhibitions? What to do? What is your role as a public health specialist or a doctor once you are interested to organize the exhibitions? Number one, well receptions of the audience. That we do. When the audience comes, আমরা আহ্বান করি, okay? Welcome the audience. Number two, arrangement of volunteers who will guide the audience. So number of volunteers must be there who will guide the audience, where to go, how to go, what are the materials that have been displayed and how you will observe this. Arrangement of volunteers, that is okay. Then demonstrating and explaining the exhibits using local verbatim. Though many displays are self-explanatory, still the demonstrators can explain the exhibits using local verbatim. Language will be local definitely. The words, the colloquial words that will be used, that must be local. That is called verbatim. Explain the exhibits until the audience are satisfied. Number of times you may have to explain the meaning of the exhibits if they cannot understand. Involve sufficient number of demonstrators. Now, once the exhibition will be over, then what is your role after the exhibitions? Observe the reaction of the audience. Whether your mission or objective has been fulfilled or achieved or not. Through the reactions of the audience, you can know. Next one, analyze the record book. One record book must be kept on the table with the materials which are not displayed, like leaflet, pamphlet, like this. So on the table you must keep one record book, exercise book, where the audience can write their comments after visualizing or visiting the exhibitions. And next one, once the exhibition will be over, what to do? You will keep this display and you will go away. No, you must dismantle this each and every materials, because for the future use you can keep it, okay, in proper place for future use. And next, last one, if possible or feasible or doable, you can conduct an informal survey for evaluating the effectiveness of exhibitions. With the exhibitions only, if you are academic in mind, so even you can prepare a paper. You can prepare a scientific paper by organizing an exhibitions. After exhibition will be over, if you observe the reaction as well as if you prepare a questionnaire, and these questionnaires will be filled up either by you or the audience. With the help of this questionnaire, you can prepare a scientific paper also. Advantage, each and every method has some advantage as well as some disadvantage. So what is the advantage? One of the best way to reach the illiterate, because all the materials are displayed. For explanations, demonstrators are there. So all illiterate people also have the opportunity to know many more things with the help of the exhibitions. Next, provide better learning through varieties of experience. Like they can hear, because sometimes we can organize small sessions, group discussion sessions, then short video, short film we can also organize during exhibitions. So experience like hearing, seeing, touching, feeling, and sometimes tasting. We can organize some nutritious food also. If we are interested to organize exhibitions about the nutrition, so we can keep balanced diet, they can have the opportunity to test the diet also. Then opportunity may be provided for practical learning through demonstration, etc. Interesting and attractive because of decorations, good setting, and other lively displays. Help students to develop creativity, and also organizing exhibitions can help to learn new knowledge and skills. I told that each and every methods have some disadvantage as well as some advantage. So what are the disadvantages? Difficult to organize in terms of money, materials, and manpower. So as manpower will be required, so many times it is very difficult to organize in terms of manpower, in terms of money, in terms of materials. Difficult to organize to suit different kinds of people with different kinds of needs, background, and interests. Difficult to get appropriate place and adjust to the available time due to lack of resources, unfavorable weather, etc. Pleasant behavior with the audience, that is the conclusions. Welcome the audience when they are entering to observe the exhibitions. At the same time, always your behavior will cordial and pleasant. And next one, maintain a record book for comments of the audience. Okay, so that is all about the exhibitions. So now two methods I have discussed. One is lecture or speech, second one is exhibitions. Both the methods are mass methods. Any questions? I have kept 5 minutes for question answer sessions. Okay, then again after 5 minutes I can discuss another method. Now any questions for clarifications? For doubt clearing? ভালো করে শুনলামই না তো কোশ্চেন করব। Is it? No questions? Then I can go for the next methods, next group of methods, that is group methods. What I have discussed? What type of methods I have discussed already? Mass methods, very good. এটা একটা উত্তর আমি পেয়েছি, I am satisfied. Mass methods I have discussed, and these are the group methods that we like to discuss right now. Panel discussions. Perhaps everybody heard the name of panel discussions. In the TV, many times it is organized, panel discussions. So what is panel discussions? It is an educational methods where small group of 4 to 6 or sometimes 8 persons get around the table in the presence of the audience and discuss among themselves the topic or subject which is relevant to the audience and in which the panelists or panel members have specialized knowledge. So 2 or 3 things are there. If we discuss the characteristics of panel discussion, number 1, when a few persons get around a table. Say for example, this is a table, large table, this is a large table. So this is a sketch of panel discussions. In the next slide, perhaps it is there. This is large table when a group of 6 or 8 sometimes persons get around the table and discuss among themselves. They will discuss among themselves. They will discuss among themselves topics which are interested. Okay? And in which they have specialized knowledge. It is a to and fro discussions among the panel members. Okay? They will be sitting there and they will discuss among themselves. The audience are there. Audience are the mere listener. They do not have any opportunity to ask questions. They will discuss among themselves. The audience will listen. Okay. It is a to and fro discussion among the panel members, touching or covering almost all aspects of the topics, and the audience will appreciate the same by listening. Now, when it should be organized? It should be organized when the topic is large, complicated enough, and need clarifications from different angles. During that time only we can organize panel discussions. When we think that the topics are complicated and it requires explanations from different angles, during that time we organize panel discussion. Now, this is the sketch of panel discussions. Personnel involved or structures. In the middle, again I have also drawn the picture. In the middle there will be one moderator, and here I have shown 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 panelists or panel members, and third group of people are the audience. Now, what to do? During panel discussions, one moderator will be there. Moderator will start the discussions. There will be one topics for discussions. That topics will be discussed according to the need, according to the interest of the audience. Clear? Okay. Then in the left sides 4 panel members are there. In the right sides again 4 panel members are there. So moderator will start the panel discussions, stating the importance and objectives of the panel discussions, at the same time highlighting the importance of the topics, and the moderator will introduce all the panel members one by one. Then panel discussion will start. During panel discussions, there are 2 sides, left and right. From the left side or right side, any panel members start to ask questions about the topics to the right side panelists. That means the left sides 4 members are there, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 can ask questions to either 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, the 5, 6, 7, 8 number of panelists can ask questions to the 1, 2, 3, 4 number of panel members. In this way, discussions will be going on. On one side, panel members ask questions to other sides, and at the same time, other side panel members ask the question to the left side. In this way, question answer sessions always will be going on in the presence of the audience. Audience or the learners will listen what they are discussing. If any controversy arises, what will happen? The moderator will be there. Controversy can arise because you see the status of all the panel members are same, because all are expertise knowledge, all have the expertise knowledge, all are the experts in the same subjects. Automatically it may happen that the question asked by left side panel members to the right side panel members. Right side panel members have answered the questions, but the left side panel members may not be satisfied about the answers given by the right side panel members. So little bit argument may start. During that time, moderator will be there, moderator will interfere or intervene, okay, then settle the matter. In this way it will be going on. Once topics is over, then discussion will over, then many a times what happened, this panel discussion. So panel discussions, when I discuss about the methods, according to the feedback, I told you there are two types of methods. One is one way, directive, or two way or Socratic. So what is this method? It is one way or two way? Two way. How? You can say this is two way. Audience to represent, audience ki participate korche. Audience does not have any opportunity to participate during discussions. Only the persons sitting on the dais, they are discussing among themselves. So that is not two way, that is one way. Is it clear? Is it clear? Panel discussion is always one way. Though the terminology discussion is there, still that is one way, because we are not getting feedback from the audience until unless it is converted to panel discussion forum. Many a times once the discussion is over, I told you that during the lecture also 40 minutes, 35 to 40 minutes out of 1 hour will be kept for deliberation of lecture. Then 5 to 10 minutes for discussions. Here also 40 minutes or 35 to 40 minutes discussions will be going on. Then 10 to 15 minutes must be kept for panel discussion forum. When it will be converted to panel discussion forum, the audience will be allowed to ask question for clarifications. Okay, they can ask to all the panel members, not highlighting the numbers, but they can ask the question for clarifications. If the panel members are not able to answer the question, or if they answer the questions, but if the audience are not satisfied, the moderator will satisfy the audience. Okay. Now, prerequisite of panel discussions. You see, room arrangement is must. Number 2, you have to invite the moderator as well as you have to invite the panel members, highlighting the topics, date, time, venue, etc. Pattern of communications already I have discussed. It is one way. That I told, no opportunity for the audience to participate, but usually at the end it is converted to forum. During that time, audience are asked to ask questions for their clarifications. Advantage, few advantages are there. Number 1, to present the topics or subject by different members actively and dramatically. Listen carefully if you think about the examinations. Okay. So pattern of question, if you go through the pattern of questions, that I can tell you, if any short notes comes, so questions patterns usually happens panel discussions along with their advantage and disadvantage. That's why I am also discussing about the advantage and disadvantage. To present the topics or subject by different members actively and dramatically. Number 1, these are panel members, what I am telling. Provides varied knowledge, ideas and experience of the subject of concerns to the audience or learners. Number 2, the audience can have the opportunity to get different types of facts and points of view brought into a discussion framework. And next, it is interesting because you see different types of panel members are discussing among themselves. And learners can get the opportunity to ask questions and pass comments with the help in teaching learning process at the time of panel discussion forum. And disadvantage. Sometimes it is very difficult to get the moderator. Again, sometimes it is very difficult to get the panel members also. Third one is, expert may not understand the need of the audience. That is the another disadvantage, because if they do not read the face of the audience, they can discuss among themselves technically without considering the need of the audience. And sometimes it may not be possible to convert the panel discussion forum due to lack of time. in this case, audience do not get the opportunity to ask question for clarification. Okay, that is all. So what I discussed, only three. Two mass methods. One is lecture or speech. Next one is exhibitions, and only one group methods I have discussed, that is panel discussions. The next class I will discuss about the colloquy. Different methods are there. So all methods are equally important. In what situation, what methods you should use, it depends upon your expertise. Okay.